Good afternoon, Ms. Rodriguez.
So like you guys see, before we enter Module 5, Lesson 1, we are going to review, do a warm-up for NJSLA. And we are doing what numbers are we focusing on today? Tell me.
Number 3 and 4.
Number 3 and 4, good job. Okay, so who would like to read number 3 for me? Nathaniel, please.
Number 3 says a student constructs a student constructs a model of a food chain as shown to show the interactions that occur in a swamp ecosystem.
Good. Can you read me, Sky, Lorena, sorry. Can you read me the question, please?
Which statement best describes the interactions shown in the student's model?
Thank you very much. So number 3, a students conduct a model of what? A model of what? What is that model? Right. Swamp ecosystem. Thank you. So which statement best describes the interactions? Who knows what interactions mean?
I think an interaction is kind of like a cause and effect.
Good. Okay. Nathaniel.
I want to add on what Lorena said is if we look at the first page, it talks about interactions. So interactions could be connected to atmosphere and biosphere.
Good job. That was number 1, right? So
Yes.
interaction.
No, number 2.
Thank you. An interaction is just a connection between two things, right? So I want group 1, the group right in front of me. I want you guys to tell me which answer that you guys picked. I will start with Johnny. Which answer?
So the answer that we can see, which is organisms taking matter and energy when they consume other organisms. Because if you look in the model, then the organisms are constantly getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And A, B, and C don't really make sense, but it says an organism increase in size when you say organism. A is kind of correct, but the organism is also taking matter. And for B, it says organisms taking meat or plant matter, but are unable to take both. But these animals can't take both because they might be omnivores. And C, it says organisms decrease in number when they consume other organisms. That's not true because if an organism consumes another organism, they basically live, and it's not like they die. If they die, then that's when they decrease in number. But eating, which makes them live, which makes them live long. And so that's why D makes that's why I think it makes the most sense.
Good. I totally agree with Jadiel. Anybody else that agrees with Jadiel? Yes, Isabella.
I agree with Dariel,
Jadiel.
Jadiel, because I picked D as well.
Good. Anybody else wants to add? Anybody wants to add?
I could add to Jadiel because organisms takes in matter and energy when they consume other organisms, because like it says on the paper, it says grass to grasshopper, frog and snake. Like the frog eats the grasshopper, and then the food chain keeps going, and if it doesn't, that's because like there's a drought in some.
Good. So moving on. Sorry for the hands that are raised. A, it says organisms increase in size when they consume other organisms. Do you guys know what that means? Can somebody share what that means?
Increase in size means they get smaller.
Increase in size. They're increasing.
So that means they get smaller. No, they're getting bigger. So
Okay.
we thought when we're talking about decrease, that's when they're getting smaller. But when it increase, they're getting bigger.
Good job. Lorena?
I want to add on to what Daria said because it says organisms increase in size when they consume or other organisms. I could disagree on the statement because I know that grass to the grasshopper, to the frog, to the snake.
Okay.
It's like increasing the size. But what if like an e hold on. What if katydid ate
Yeah.
the grass because it's much smaller than the grass?
Okay. Good job. All right. Sky.
I disagree with the answer because organisms just decrease the number when they consume I disagree with that because I don't think
Okay. Nathaniel.
What I wanted to say was I picked D because it's the best answer. Like you and Mrs. Barnett has been telling us is that we always have to find the best answer out of it. So like we were in Miss Martinez's earlier, we were on this a common lit and all the answers for this one question were right, but she said to pick the best answer. And in this scenario, the best answer is a D.
Good. Thank you guys. Okay, moving on, right? So A, yes, I agree with you guys. A is organisms that increase its size, right? B, do you guys think that B makes sense?
No.
You guys think it says organisms take in meat or plant matter? Is there such thing as that?
No.
But are
Yes.
unable to take in both? Jadian.
Yeah, but it really depends on what they're gonna eat because some animals can be carnivores or herbivores, but omnivores can eat both. Meaning, so basically, it's this is wrong.
Okay, good. One more hand, Sky.
I want to agree with you because omnivores are like people and like animals. They don't think they can take people can take both, but they're not unable to take but because they can eat plants and they can eat leaves.
Okay, good job. Nathaniel?
I would like to add on what Jadiel and Sai said is also that I'm gonna give an example. So we're humans. Sometimes humans eat plants and meat, depending if you want to eat plants and meat. But some humans don't like to do that. So most of humans are technically saying that B is wrong because they both eat plants and like meat, and they both get the energy from it. But if you're a person that only eats plants, like a vegetarian, you would think this is right because it's depending if the animal is a carnivore or not.
Good job. Okay. Great job, guys. Thank you for sharing. So, we understand A, right? We understand B.
Yes.
We understand C.
Yes.
Okay, so D was the correct answer. Good job. Okay, organisms take in matter and energy when they consume other organisms, because that's what a food chain does. As the snake is eating the frog, as the grasshopper is eating the grass, it is gaining matter and energy. When did we learn this? Do you guys remember, Brian?
I remember I think it was last unit where at the start of the unit we were talking about we had different groups like those four right there.
Yes.
And it talked about recycling energy and matter.
Good.
If they recycle or not. And it also says it back there, energy and matter.
Good. Good job. So did everybody agree with D in the back? Did you guys agree with D?
Yes.
Did anybody else had a different answer besides D? Okay. So let's move on to number 4. Okay, number 4. Can I have somebody to read number 4? Maybe somebody in the back. I know you guys haven't said anything. Zyra,
Which best examples
explains.
explains why it is important for humans to conserve fresh water?
Okay, thank you. So I know this is a question that we don't have much understanding, right? right? This is a question that is new, that you guys don't understand it that much. It's new concepts. We haven't touched this subject. But just breaking down, I'm gonna break down A, B, and C. So then and D, so we can see which one makes sense, right? The ones that don't make sense, we toss it out. We don't need them, right? So the answers that best describes why is it important for humans to conserve fresh water. So I'm going to have Brian, could you read me A, please?
A says Earth's water supply is shrinking.
Okay, so what do you guys think by that? Right? Earth's water supply is shrinking. Can somebody describe what that means? What does that mean, that Earth's water supply is shrinking? What does that mean?
That means that the suppliers, they're getting less and less of that supply.
Good, great job. Okay, so that's what that is. Now let's go to B. Jadiel, can you read me B?
B says Earth's water supply is growing larger. So it's kind of growing, it's kind of shrinking and growing larger at the same time because if you explain the water cycle, the water evaporates and then it goes into the air instead of clouds, and then it rains, basically giving more water to the ocean. So it's kind of shrinking and growing.
Good job. Great. Brian.
I would like to say that even though I didn't pick A, I would say A might could be actually A is definitely true because
Yes.
when we always use water in our everyday life, so its supply is even shrinking. Even with the water cycle, technically it just stays with the same amount of water.
Okay.
The water cycle. So the water cycle makes the supply of water not grow or shrink. It just makes it stay the same.
Good.
Using the water makes it shrink.
Good. That makes so much sense. So this group, can you guys read me C, Sky? Read me C, please.
We use all of the Earth's fresh water is gone.
So once we use all of Earth's fresh water, it is gone forever. Who disagrees with that or agree? Disagree, agree?
I mean, I didn't think about it. It's actually true.
Brian, why do you think it's true?
Well, I didn't pick it, but I think it's true because if like D implies where it is like a small fraction, so it's gonna like probably be really fast. Where looking like after years we might use it all, and since that's like all the fresh water, that means there's like gonna be no more unless like it just magically appears, which it can't.
Good job. Okay, great. So let's move on to D. Okay, before we read D, Scott, you wanna
I
add?
disagree with Brian because you can make a new water source for the thing. It's not just all gone forever. You can
Good job. Okay, Natalie, can you read me D, please?
Only a small fraction of water is fresh water, and everybody needs.
Good. Do you wanna add anything from D? Go ahead.
I think it's D because there's D because everyone needs to drink water.
Yes. Good job. All right. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Natalie.
Okay, so I agree with D too because I don't remember if this was like a benchmark we did or it was like a prep for NJSLA, but I was doing this thing and it was talking about I had to do it like it was a science question that you had to see which one was like the liters of each water. I don't quite remember it, but for the fresh water, it said it was only down. It was like one of the most smallest waters, and also fresh water is the most healthiest water for us humans and animals.
Good.
Because if without our fresh water, from like lakes and rivers, like companies do it, we won't be able to survive. Because we cannot drink swamp water We cannot
Good.
drink bad water for us.
Good.
Because it could make us really sick or possibly death.
Good job. So, before we keep adding, Miss Barnett, she reminded me of number 10. So, let's go to number 10 really quick.
Okay.
Really quick. Let's go to number 10.
Okay.
Okay? So it actually shows a pie chart. This is a pie chart. Okay, you okay? Okay. This shows a pie chart, right? It shows how much salt water we have, right? It shows how much water goes to lakes, rivers, swamps, and living things. It also shows how much water goes to ice caps and glaciers. That's interesting. So how much percent is the water going to lakes, oceans? How much percent?
3.76%. And I would like to say that on
Okay.
floors.
Okay, right here. Right there. You got it.
I did that.
Okay, good.
And four, it says in D, it says only a small fraction of Earth's water is freshwater. And in this pie chart, it shows that only 0.76% of Earth's is freshwater. And I like them doing the Daniel and add on to them because if you drink swamp water can also contain a brain-eating ammonia, which can keep your brain on.
Good. That's an interesting fact. So, everybody agrees with D. Does
Yes.
everybody agree with D? Okay. 2 more hands and then we have to move on. Go ahead.
Okay. So I would like to add on to Danielle, Nathaniel,
Okay.
and Natalie because since groundwater, which is freshwater, is going down, we can't drink we can't drink oceans or seas because it's a salt water resource. And since salt water is it's mostly salt, we can't drink it or else it might like burn some of our taste buds off or kind of like it would dry up our mouth.
Good. Great job. Sky.
I want to add on to Daniel. He said you can't drink out of swamps and stuff because it has bacteria that is too much and
Good.
it won't be good because if we die, then we will like no. Just give me an idea. There will be
It's okay.
like no human. How will we repopulate? The earth will just be sitting being. There will be no human.
Good. Good. Okay, so we gotta move on. We have to move on. Okay? We have to move on. Alright? So I want you guys to put this in your folders.
Okay.
Okay? We just discussed maybe number 3 and 4. Take out your Be a Scientist notebook. You guys are gonna open to 196. 196. Thank you. 196. 196. Okay. Alright, so, like I said, this is Module 5, Lesson 1. So, we're learning about Earth systems. Okay, the objective is right next to you. I prefer if you guys read the one behind you because I have a couple words that are different. So, Xavier, can you read this one for me?
We are learning to identify and define the four major systems: geosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere, and atmosphere. We can explain the difference between Earth systems.
Good, great job. Okay, so can somebody else read me the phenomenon? Brian, please.
Earth's major systems consist of the geosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere, and atmosphere. Changes in one system can have an effect on the other systems.
Good. So I want you guys to click that in your mind, that changes in one system, right? Changes in one system can have an effect on other systems. I need you guys to click that in your mind, okay? So this is our agenda. Second, this is our agenda. So I want you guys, Natalie, can you read me where it says record on page 196, please?
Record your predictions for the meaning of this vocabulary word part.
Okay, so that's what we're doing first for 5 minutes. We are recording your prediction. What is a prediction? Who can tell me what is a prediction? Not yet, please. What is a
A
prediction?
prediction is that when you think that it's right, but other people think it is right.
Okay. Good.
Wrong.
Good. So, Justin. Yes.
I want to say prediction is when you're guessing, for example, like, I think it's going to be raining tomorrow.
Hey, good. That's a good example. Okay, so for, go ahead, Jeff.
But first, I want to say that the reason that, for instance, when our Earth system is damaged, then it will affect other systems because imagine the oxygen carbon dioxide cycle didn't work. Plants wouldn't really survive, and the nitrogen cycle wouldn't work because the plants can't absorb the ammonia.
Good.
Too much ammonia. And my prediction is that sphere means like our energy system. And atmo basically means like something like in the air, and bio
Just give us that.
kind of like life.
Okay.
And then geo is rock maybe. And
Okay.
hydro and oxygen.
Okay, so thank you for sharing that, but I want you guys for 5 minutes, okay? Just 5 minutes, I'm gonna put the timer. 5 minutes, I want you guys to write your predictions for each word part, okay? Write your predictions. What do you think each word part means? What the sphere means, what the atmo means, bio. We spoke about bio, geo. Okay, so I'm gonna put a timer here. Just gonna put a timer. Okay, for 5 minutes. page 96, okay? Don't move to any other page. Just that. Okay. Good. Good. What you guys do with
Okay, so we already know what bio and atmosphere mean. So what I think and hydro. What I think geosphere is like something like round. So maybe like the planets or maybe like I don't know. I think
Good job. Good job. 1 minute left, okay, guys? 1.5 minutes, okay? You guys are voting. It could be more than one word, it could be many words, okay? It doesn't have to be one word, whatever you guys think. I think Atmo has to do air, has to do with the surrounding. It could be many words, it doesn't have to, I just named you 2 words, okay? Could be many words, okay? Doesn't have to be one. Yes. Okay. 37 seconds. You guys understand that? Yeah. Guys got it? Go on. Whatever you think, okay? Richard? Okay. Ready? Okay. Good job. Ooh, I love what you put for this one. Good job. I like that. So I'm gonna call Isabella first. This is yes. Yes. Okay, so I need you guys to turn and talk about your ideas in 3, 2, 1.
So first, you can go for severe.
2 minutes.
You can go for atmosphere.
Wait,
We
guys.
pardon this interruption as we prepare to celebrate our first floor winners and still reigning champions, second time in a row. Congratulations, first floor, and get ready for your party.
Okay, continue. Continue talking. What do you guys think? You guys here, share your answers. What do you guys think? Share what you think about sphere, what you think about apple. Come on, Natalie, share your answers.
I think
You guys are sharing your answers, yes?
means
Okay.
in the air. And for bio, I think bio is, and I think the biotic factor is water. I think we should look at this because and then geo, I think geo means rocks, kind of like a map.
I forgot to put something in but I did ammo, bio, geo, hydro. Okay, when I go for ammo, I think ammo is
You guys should be talking in the back corner. What are you talking? You guys are not turning and
that
talking.
help my prediction.
Not hearing you guys.
Like
Share
air and carbon dioxide or water. I think biosphere means
Right, but
also, I think geosphere means like
what are
land
some
or
words
planet.
that help define what sphere is?
Like that's maybe like
Okay, so three-dimensional circle.
I think hydrosphere is water, rain, the
What are
ocean,
some things that that are in the shape of a sphere?
The air around us.
Okay,
Also,
Paul.
when I was looking at the word atmos,
The Earth. What else?
to spell at.
10 seconds.
So I thought that sphere is like a atom. So like atom. For bio, I predict that
Well, clock is in the shape of a circle, but kind of three-dimensional. That means it has a circumference. So like the Earth is in the shape of a sphere, right?
Can I go back
The sun, good, planet, the moon.
I'll give you guys 1 more minute. You guys want to continue talking?
I think the Earth will make it.
Okay, 1
For
minute.
sphere, I think it's a sphere atmosphere. Or for the atoms, and for atmo, I think it means in the air. For bio, I think it means life. For geo, I think geo probably means like air of magnitude. It's called. Or what about rock? Because I think that's like geo. And for hydro, and for hydro, I think hydro means that in the water or just water. Okay. What do you think atmo is?
Okay, the Xavier?
or atmosphere.
Yeah, he was the first one. I wanna like. Oh no.
Okay, so
Okay, so I think
because I don't know. I'm not trying to sound good, it's just
I think bio means
good.
I think atmo means
Okay, I think atmo is something like dry. I think bio
Yeah.
is like a bio, is like a living ecosystem. I think geo is something like a rock. I think hydro.
Okay, we're pausing in 3, 2, 1. Give you guys like 3 minutes to share. So I'm going to go to this group first. So Xavier, which one do you want to share?
I want to share geo.
Okay, so go ahead.
I predict that geo means rocks or kind of like a map because a map is geographic.
Okay, good job. So, Jadier.
I'd like to add on to Davey that I think that geo probably means like a map or year or rock because there's crystals are kind of like geos. Crystals sometimes be also called geos. And if you look at a map, if you try to ask what a map is, you can probably say that a map is geographic. It shows you like where.
Okay, good. Brian.
I predict that a sphere is a three-dimensional circle.
Good.
Kind
Good job.
of like shaped like the earth.
Okay. Dalia.
I wanted to say
I'm going to go to next.
I wanted to say that bio is something living because abiotic means something non-living, but bio means something living.
Good. Great job. Isabel.
I think bio is something like a living ecosystem. And I think hydro is something when something is over water or just water.
Water, good. I like how you mentioned a biome. Do you guys remember what is a biome? A biome, Sky. Okay, before that, does anybody know what a biome is? Justin.
Like it's a big place, like for example, the rainforest.
Okay, good. Great job. Diane.
I think hydro means water because it's like a short word for like liquid.
Good. Good job. Okay, Sky.
I think ammo means like little particles like
did you guys reach that conclusion? Jadiel?
So I reached that conclusion. It's like so I reached that conclusion of geo. I mean specifically geo. So how I reached my conclusion to geo is that when I was thinking of geo, I was also thinking of this game that I played, where this thing called a geocat. It's kind of like in a cave and it had like crystals on it. So I thought it would be like a rock. And, yeah, and for me also thinking this is math, every time I was hear the word math, and somebody will probably like say like geography, or I would hear the word when
Good. Go back to the Tony.
Okay, so what I wanted to say is what I put for geo. I think geo means like a type of land or like planets or something that is round.
Okay. Good job. Lorena.
I would like to tell you guys what I think sphere and geo. I think sphere is an ecosystem, cycle, and layers.
I love that.
I think geo means the layers that build up the earth, like the crust and the earth's core.
Good job. Layers, crust, core. I love your keywords. Great job, Lorena. One more hand. Go ahead.
Okay, so what I wanted to say is I want to say what I put for sphere. I think sphere means atmo, bio, geo, and hydro, all of them. Because think about it, atmo they all have sphere at the end. So sphere has to do something that is related with water, land or planets, living things, or non-living things that help our environment.
Great job. Okay, so we have to go on. I love you guys' ideas.
Okay.
Good job. Before we go to the next page, I want to do an activity that you guys see around your room. Sorry. So I'm gonna give you guys each a sticky note. So before you guys get excited, I gotta explain what you guys are doing. Okay. Pass what to say. Yes.
When we pick our answer, I'm gonna stand right next to the board with it.
Yes, but it's not picking an answer. This is something a little different. Okay? Well, you guys can't stand next to the. There you go, Scott. Yes, just. Okay, I'm gonna explain it in just 5 seconds, okay? So, let me give you guys the sticky notes. I know you guys are saying what we're doing. I'm gonna explain it to you guys. Please wait. I'm gonna explain to you what we're doing. Please wait. Okay, so as you guys can see, there's geosphere, hydrosphere, there is atmosphere, there is biosphere. So you guys can grab the cards and your baskets, right? And these are words that you guys are going to be putting in the sticky notes, words that have to do with hydrosphere. For example, hydrosphere, it could be water, it could be rain, it could be snow. Any word that you could come up with, you will put it in this sticky note. Okay? Does everybody understand?
Yes.
And then you will put that sticky note, go to the area, and put the sticky note like you guys do for the special question. Okay? The tape, I have it right next to me over here, so you guys will put that, and you guys will put the sticky note and find as many keywords. Many keywords. Yes.
Do we have to pick one?
You guys have two, hydrosphere and geosphere. So if you guys need I'm sorry, you guys need another sticky note? Keywords on the sticky note. Just keywords that have to do with geosphere. Yes. Okay?
Right, but you're only putting words
Yeah,
for
just like a
biosphere.
list. Just like a list. No sentences, just like a list. Any keywords, okay? It doesn't have to be sentences, it could just be keywords, alright? Yes. When you start.
Oh, so we write
Uh-huh.
how we do sphere. It's like a
Yeah,
list.
what is
Like, what is like?
what is hydrosphere, right? And what is geosphere? Okay? Keywords, yes.
Both of them on G.
Separate sticky notes, I'm sorry. You guys need another, I want you guys to use separate sticky notes. Since you guys have 2 cards, let me know if you guys want another sticky note for the next card. Okay? You wanna answer 1 or 2? Great. So you guys go up and put your sticky note up. If you guys need another sticky note, if you wanna do the other words, you guys let me know. I have more sticky notes, okay?
Can I get one more sticky note?
Yes. If you guys wanna do like Miss Barnett said, you know, the first 2 groups, you guys could do atmosphere. You guys could do biosphere. Over here, you know, if you guys need another sticky note for these 2 words, atmosphere, biosphere.
Yeah.
I want you guys to get up and alright? I'm gonna give you guys 3 minutes for this. 3 minutes. Yes. Another one? Sorry, Justin. 3 minutes, okay? 2:25. 3 minutes. Okay? Yes. Yes. Okay. Keywords. Just a list of words what you guys think it means. Okay?
Oh, I just gotta read them.
This one.
Stand up and go for the sticky note, and then we come back to our sheets.
It's keywords, okay? For biosphere, does it mean living, right? What does it mean? Does it live? You guys can put plants, you guys can put animals, anything living. Okay, good. I want you guys for biosphere, I want you guys to think of the processes. Remember that in the beginning we spoke about materials and processes. Remember, what are processes that you guys can think for in biosphere? You guys can mention those. Lorena pointed out, you know, crust and what else was it? Was it crust? It was core, layers, good job. Yes. The job in the geosphere, there's many layers. You guys can think of a hydrosphere. I don't want just water. You guys can think of other scientific words. It could be runoff, precipitation, condensation, right, Megan? Condensation, it could be any of those words, right? Do you guys remember what runoff is?
Yes.
What are you doing? You're trying to make everybody laugh. Seriously. And everybody's gonna start laughing. I'm gonna talk about yes.
Wait, and one more question. What do we do when we put both sticky notes up?
Do you guys want another? You want another? Oh, we ran out of time. Okay, so we ran out of time. I want you guys to put your final sticky notes.
job.
Find those sticky notes. Okay, good job, guys. Find those sticky notes. Guys, we're running out of time. I want to point out keywords. Keywords that I put. I want to just. I want to just point out. I want to just point out keywords that I put down, okay? Yes, Justin.
I want the keywords for
Landslide. Wow. An earthquake. That's one of the words I had. Great. Good job. So as everybody go back to your seats? Yes. Everybody go back to your seats, okay? Some of the words that I had for atmosphere. I'm gonna start back here. Air. Okay? As I'm reading the words, you guys thumbs up if you guys agree with me. Air. Environment. Okay? Climate. Climate. What is climate? Do you guys know?
Yes.
Dahlia.
It's weather.
Weather. Good job. Okay. Okay, space. Do you remember when we spoke about space?
Yeah.
That plants need space, right, to grow, right?
Yes.
Surroundings. That's another key word for atmosphere. Surroundings. Nitrogen. Do you guys agree? Anybody put these words down? Anybody know? Okay, these are just words that I came up with. Oxygen. Oxygen, right? Carbon dioxide. You guys agree in the back? Yes? Carbon dioxide? Water vapor.
Yes.
Yes? Clouds.
Yes.
Right? Fog. Rain. Snow. Wind. Sunlight.
Yes.
Pollution.
Yes.
Who remember what pollution is? Who remember what pollution is? Who remember what pollution is? Lorena.
When trash gets to the water or land, and it kind of like makes up toxic chemicals or
Good.
physical changes to the environment.
Good. How many of you guys know that pollution ruins our air? What do you guys think? Yes.
I agree with I put one the water cycle and
Good. She mentioned a process, which is water cycle, right? For hydrosphere. So, I gotta move on. I'm sorry. For geosphere. It's over here. Okay. I put rocks. Who agrees with me? Yes. Minerals. Just like what Justin said. Earthquakes. Volcanoes. Right?
land.
Soil.
Yes.
Right? Good. Okay, so hydrosphere. I put water. Everybody should have water. That should be easy. Oceans. Rivers. Lakes. Groundwater. You guys know what groundwater is?
Yes.
Fresh water.
Fresh
Yeah,
water.
in the part that NJS collected, there is this one. I believe on question 5, I think they showed a model of agriculture and then like a farm not being gated and there's like an ocean next to it and they're talking about how the algal bloom happens and then there's like an ocean in your next place and groundwater is like under the island.
Good. Okay, great. Ice. Right? Glaciers.
Yes, agreed.
Precipitation.
Approved.
Evaporation. Runoff. Condensation. For biosphere. Earth,
Agree.
life,
Agree.
ecosystems,
Agree.
organisms,
Agree.
biomes.
Agree.
Okay, thank you guys.
That's so funny.
I just wanna mention here a process of biosphere. I told you guys to add processes. Do you guys remember what process is? We spoke about it yesterday. Materials process. Materials and
Processes are like cycles, like the water cycle, the nitrogen cycle, the oxygen carbon dioxide cycle.
Thank you. Look, that's one thing I had here as a process. I'm just gonna name one so that we can finish this lesson, okay? Cycle is the movement of elements and compounds through the biosphere, such as the water cycle or carbon cycles. Good job. Great job. So next time that we fix this, we'll be able to watch the video for the next lesson. But I appreciate you guys helping me out on this. You guys did a great job. Okay, good job. So we're cutting it for today. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye bye.